And welcome to Deaf and Dumb.
Welcome.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
It's been a long week.
Yes, it has. We've been working a lot.
We have. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Been an interesting week as far as games.
Yes, I've actually got a lot of game time this week, which is nice.
Did late in the week. Well, Pokemon Go came out.
Pokemon Go came out. Well,
yeah.
That's where I mostly put most of my game time.
Yeah. I haven't been going crazy with it.
I haven't either.
But I have been mostly while we're like going from place to place.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out and play with it.
Thankfully, someone else drives when we're working, so we can I usually get on the phone then, and while we're traveling, I'm like watching for Pokemon as we go down the road and grabbing whatever I can. So I have a pretty decent stack of Pokemon.
Yeah, I have about 20. I've caught over 30.
I've caught. I don't know how many I've caught. I've caught a lot.
Yeah.
I have 23. But I've gotten rid of a lot of them because I keep only one of each.
Yeah. And you get the candy for them.
Yeah, and I get rid of them so I can get candy.
Yeah, it's been. I was like, I thought, a lot of people, Pokemon fans will be excited about this, but it seems to like cross bounds. Like, there's a ton of people who didn't play Pokemon, who are playing it and like getting into it, and it's, even just in our small town, it seems to be everywhere, and it seems like there's multiple gyms all over the place. I was concerned that. Being in a more rural area, that there wouldn't be a lot of stuff in our area, but there's tons of stuff everywhere.
Well, yeah, I know of at least 6 gyms in our area.
Yeah.
If you go downtown, there's like 20 or maybe even 30.
Little
Pokespots.
Stops.
I think it's Pokestops.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of those. And there's randomly spread out. Even one out not far from where we live for a water tower.
Yeah.
Really random.
In the middle of nowhere.
But it, I haven't got anything from it though because I haven't been close enough to it.
Yeah.
But
it makes our downtown look like it's got all kinds of stuff going on when it really doesn't.
Well, it's got a lot of historical markers and stuff that no one really
probably
pays a lot of attention to,
but
they will now. A lot of churches, are spots.
I saw a thing. Apparently, the Westboro Baptist Church
is one, and
has a gym.
Has a Pokemon that's on it. I don't know if it's still there, but it has a Pokemon Clefairy that. His name is Love is Love.
Yeah.
Is at that gym right now. So
it's pretty good.
Maybe no one will attack it just to leave it there.
I saw one guy say he wanted to take it because it's not his team, but he was going to keep the name. Like whatever Pokemon he puts on there, he was going to change the name to it. So maybe they'll keep it doing. It's pretty funny.
Be the new thing. That'd be cool.
I know several people were talking about on the Facebooks.
Yeah.
That they were at church.
Surprised.
They were at church and wanting to play, fighting the urge to utilize the spot.
Their church was a gym.
Yeah.
So they were like, had to fight the urge to play while they're in church because
I would have, but that's me.
Yeah, there's a lot of news. I mean, it's like every day I'm seeing something about Pokemon, either on the news or on Facebook, so there's a lot of stuff going on.
Whether it's because people aren't paying attention.
Yeah, there's been apparently some issues with people.
Or people just going into places, whether they should or not.
Well, you gotta be careful with that, because, you're you're real world traveling, and you're playing a game, but you also need to be aware of your surroundings.
Well, I saw a thing talking about how this police station posted a sign saying, you don't have to come into the building to gain access to
you just have to be near it.
And they're like, like telling people you don't have to come in, because they're apparently getting lots of people coming in trying to get stuff from the I don't know if it was a spot or a gym, and causing problems because they were just hanging out,
they're just
loitering.
I mean, most of the ones I didn't even actually see the location really. I was just close enough to do it, and that's it. You don't have to go right up to it or anything. You can be like a good 20, 30 feet away from it, and it'll probably still within range. So just pull your car up, do it, and then leave.
Yeah.
Don't cause problems.
Stop. Don't keep driving while you do it.
Oh, yeah, make sure you don't drive and play. It's very tempting, but don't do it.
I think there have already been some accidents because people have been trying to capture stuff while they're driving, and I'm like, don't do that.
There has been some incidents. Yeah. A teen in Wyoming found a dead body while she was playing.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's crazy. She was apparently walking this river there's a river, and she was trying to catch a water Pokemon, and saw something floating in the water, and it was a guy who died.
Yeah.
He was dead. And so she called the police, and apparently hasn't played a lot of Pokemon since.
I don't blame her. I mean, it kind of led you to a Stand By Me moment.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. Also, I can't remember where it was, but apparently people were being robbed at gunpoint.
Yeah, they were using the spot, the gyms, knowing that people were going to come there.
There were 4 guys ranging from age 16 to 18 or something, and they were basically going to hot spots for Pokemon and robbing people at gunpoint. They apparently caught the guys, so that's done, but it's crazy. So just be careful.
Be aware of your surroundings.
Just because you're playing a game doesn't mean you should ignore what's going on around you.
Yeah.
If there are strange people, just come back later. It'll still be there.
Yeah.
Just let it go. I mean, it's just a game.
Yeah.
But other than that, I've got to get a kick out of it.
I do too. I caught it. I'm not completely innocent of this. I mean, we were getting donuts the other morning, and I just happened to have it. And while I'm standing at the counter with my phone in hand, it buzzed, and I'm about to give my order for what I want, and my phone buzzed, and I caught a Weedle.
Yeah.
Right off the counter of the donut shop, and I was like, I felt so rude because they were looking at me and it looked like I was just on my phone or taking a picture of them or something, and I'm just like,
playing Pokemon. I'm sorry. It taps into the one thing that I enjoy most about the Pokemon games is collecting things.
Yeah.
Collecting Pokemon and trying to get them all, and that's the big draw for me. And so that's basically the whole game. So it's just the part that I probably like the most about Pokemon, and that's it. So I've enjoyed it. I'm going to have to put some time aside and, actually travel around and try to catch different ones. Because I'm kind of, all the areas we've been going,
kind of seeing the same
got all
thing.
The same stuff already. Yeah. So there's still a couple of things I see that's silhouetted, and I can know what it is, but I can't.
I know we talked about going out this weekend, but just, we got busy.
It hadn't happened yet.
It hadn't happened. I've been sleeping most of the weekend.
So maybe one evening.
I just need to just walk outside and I go just kind of get lazy and just stay indoors. I mean, the idea is to get you out and walk around and see stuff, but I just haven't been doing it.
They're like, you should go outside.
I know.
And do stuff while you're playing your
video games. And I don't particularly enjoy doing that, so...
I don't mind it.
So I'm just like, can I just sit on my couch and do this?
And you can, to some degree. I mean, if you have the incense, it'll draw Pokemon.
I haven't had a lot of luck with it, but...
Well, the first time I used it, the server went down. So I wasted it. And then the last time I used it, I got a pretty good hit. But there's some from hotspots though. If you go, you'll just run into a ton of Pokemon. And a lot of them are the same stuff, but it just you just kind of go around, figure out where the spots are. Usually pretty public places. Yeah. So pretty safe.
I've managed to get enough of the similar ones. I've evolved a Pidgey.
Yes,
Pidgeotto.
I've got that. Yeah.
And then I've evolved my a Rattata. Into Eradicate. Eradicate, yeah.
I got that.
So those are the ones I keep a lot of.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the appeal. I guess other than trying to make my Eradicate more powerful, I'm kind of like, okay, there's no more reason for me to catch Rattata. But I guess that's how you can power them up. But I haven't really
make it stronger.
Yeah. I guess that's the end. I mean, I don't really care about that. I just want to catch all of them.
Yeah.
And so, there's the whole gym mechanic, which I haven't messed around with yet.
Well, we hadn't been near enough for it. We've seen them. We passed them. Yeah. We've passed them, and I just haven't, and seen them around. They just haven't haven't utilized or it's gone and stopped next to it, so I could actually try out. I did pick a team.
Oh, what team did you?
I know it's probably the same team you picked.
I haven't picked one yet.
Oh, you haven't picked one yet?
I was kind of like, we're traveling, I was trying to catch Pokemon, I accidentally clicked it, and I was like, no, I don't want to do this, so I just closed the app, because I didn't realize,
I didn't think about it, I wasn't really, I was just like, this one, and because I was like, I didn't realize, for whatever reason, I didn't realize it was a fixed thing.
Yeah,
I thought you just, choose which one you want to fight for at that gym, but I think once you select one, that's your team.
There's, a red team, a blue team, a yellow team, and determines who's controlling the gym.
Team Mystic, Team Valor, and what's the other one?
I cannot remember.
Gone completely
it's
blank.
The blue one.
No,
it's the yellow one, blue one, and a red one. And I'm gonna go with red one just because it's red.
Yeah, that's the one I'd pick.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna be on the same team.
Yeah. That's cool because then we can go to the same gym and fight together.
Yeah. We'll team player.
Yeah.
Co-op. But yeah, I that looks interesting.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole thing where you get eggs and you can...
Instinct. The other one. Yellow is Instinct, Mystic is blue, Valor is red.
Okay. They all had the birds.
Yeah, the three elemental birds, yeah.
I am curious how speaking of the elemental Pokemon, there's the Eevee. Mm-hmm. Has 3 different evolutions, and there's 3 different ones.
I bet you it's based on what team you pick.
That's probably
I just thought about it, because I've seen them evolve to different colors.
Yeah, and I've seen people who have them. I'm just wondering what decided, and that makes sense.
Or maybe they let you pick. I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. Because if you haven't picked a team yet and you evolve it, what happens?
I don't know.
I'm getting pretty close to it though. I don't know
if I have enough or not. But
Eevee leveled up. I think I'm like 3 candies away or something like that. So I'll let you know how that works.
Yeah. So that we've been playing that quite a bit. I want to get into more. I've just been sitting at home a lot this weekend. So I was downtown. I got asked to act in a movie one night at the middle of the night. That's why I'm tired.
Yeah.
Because it went from all night to from 9 to 6 a.m. And so I was.
Which they told you that's what it was going to be.
Yeah, they told me. It's not like they didn't tell me. I was called an hour before they needed a replacement, so I went and did that. And I was thinking, I'll be downtown. I'll play. I grabbed a few items, but I didn't play much because my battery was almost dead.
Yeah.
I had 18%, and it sucks your battery down really quickly.
There is a battery saver option in
I don't know how well it works.
I'm curious how well it works.
I've been using it. It doesn't seem to be. It still sucks my battery really.
You just have to start carrying your charger with you at all times.
I know, and it's also been a little annoying. My charger hasn't been working that well. It works, but sometimes it's a little finicky, so sometimes I don't have a full charge.
Yeah.
If it gets bumped or something, it doesn't want to charge sometimes. So.
Yeah, I had some issue with that, but then it turned out I had lint stuck in the power port, and I fixed that, so it works great now.
Yeah, so I thought, it was a good opportunity, but then I was like, my phone's almost dead, so I didn't want to play it because it would have immediately killed my phone.
Yeah, it might have been worth it, though.
It might have been. I might have found some. I saw some other people on set playing.
Oh, yeah.
It's everywhere.
I haven't seen
way more prominent than I expected. I went into town today, and on the way back, I saw some kids at the water tower.
Oh, yeah?
Well, they were on a little ATV thing, and there was 3 of them, and they had their phones out. I'm like, they're looking for Pokemon.
I've suspected it, but I haven't actually seen anyone doing it. We were going down the road the other day, and I wasn't driving. I was just passenger, so I was playing. And I looked over, and there was a passenger in another car, and they were doing this. I'm gesturing with my hand, holding up they're holding. Yeah.
They were looking around.
They were looking around.
You're like, everyone's playing.
They're playing Pokemon Go.
Like I said, everyone's playing, and whether they were a Pokemon fan or not, it's all over the place. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It's cool.
I'm curious to see how far it goes. So far, the premium stuff doesn't seem to be an issue. I
haven't even looked. I glanced at it, but I haven't.
It hasn't come up. I mean, it just gives
you more items, which you can find.
Which is pretty easy to get so far. The only thing that's not readily available is the candies, but you get those if you catch Pokemon, which is.
Can you buy the candies? I didn't see them.
I don't think you can.
I didn't see them.
I don't think you can. I think you can. You get those from Pokemon.
Yeah.
So.
It's
exciting.
Cool.
It's pretty funny.
Exciting. It's pretty cool.
But it's weird because it falls into a niche of gaming that works for me.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I'm at home. I play Pit Cross. That's just my daily routine thing. I just play it whenever I have a chance. This fits into my, I'm riding somewhere and I can play it. It's not a game I play at home because there's nothing here.
Well, I was wondering if we could wander out into the field and see if we could find something.
We probably would catch some stuff, but it's not as prevalent as, in town. But, so it's, there is stuff, but if I'm in the house, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
So, I never play it at home, but if I'm out and about, I pull it out and I do it. So it's kind of like, I'm not doing anything right now. Let's see if there's anything there. So it's kind of a weird gaming slot that I didn't know I needed, but I have now. So it hasn't interrupted other gameplay, so I kind of like that.
Yeah. I think the only reason I haven't been playing it that much is because of the battery usage.
I've been just kind of powering through it.
It kills my battery, and if I don't have my charger, or I'm not somewhere I can charge it up, it's kind of an issue because I already use so much battery, and I'm always using the Bluetooth stuff.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an issue.
I haven't had too much trouble with mine, but I have the bigger iPhone, so I think it has a bigger battery in it. And so it lasts a little bit longer. So it hasn't really. I'll get home at the end of the day, and I'll have 15%. Mm-hmm. I'll put it in low power mode, and usually it gets me through the day.
Will it work in low power mode?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what low power mode actually does.
Low power mode basically shuts off any background stuff that isn't readily being used.
Oh, okay.
So if any apps that are running background, it's probably not going to be running. It just cuts out anything that's just
Okay.
So it'll still work. I assume as long as you have it open, it'll work. But beyond that, it won't.
Okay.
So
I need to take it walking around just to hatch my eggs.
Yeah, I need to do that. I have 2 of them.
I just don't want to go outside, and I don't want to walk.
Well, we live in Texas, and it's hot.
It's really hot.
So we need to go on a leisurely drive.
It's getting hot in the studio.
Yeah, it's getting quite hot in here.
We strive for sound quality here.
Yeah,
so we turn the AC off.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm just like, I don't care.
When we started using the AC, it usually lasts the whole episode after we shut off.
Yeah.
But it's not today.
No, it gotten warm almost immediately.
Yeah, it's 17 minutes into the episode. It's already hot in here. I'm sweating.
I'm starting to sweat. It's the sweat box.
Anyway,
let's talk about some other stuff. I know the game we really want to talk about.
Well, let me talk about something else first.
But yeah, I was going to talk about something else too.
Let's talk about Doom.
Doom?
I bought Doom last week. I can't remember if I got it.
You said you got it. I
got it. I installed it. I installed it 3 days before I ever got to it. Mm-hmm. Finally got to it today.
Yeah, I did. I checked it out today as well.
So I played not too long, maybe 20, 30 minutes, just to kind of get a sense of it. So far, I'm liking it.
I like it. It's back to its roots in a lot of ways.
Well, I didn't play the old Doom.
Yeah.
The only one I played was Doom 3, and I liked it. The horror element just freaked me out.
But that's not what Doom was.
Yeah, that's not what Doom was, but it's still a fun game.
Yeah.
So this one is just action.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an action.
It's intense
game, and
I played it for about 20 minutes or so, and I had my adrenaline was running. I was just like, oh,
the music good.
Yeah, it's just pumped you up.
It just pumps you up, and the action is just going.
It doesn't, unlike Doom 3, it doesn't bog down in a story, which the original Doom didn't really have much. I mean, there was some inklings of stuff, but it was just fight demons and unlock doors. And so far, that's basically all I've seen. And it's got the key code card, which is cool.
It's even kind of funny because there's the deal is you put the suit on. It's right at the beginning of the game. You put the suit on, and then there's a little panel comes up, and this guy comes up, and then it's guy just grabbing it and shoving it out of the way.
Yeah, he just doesn't care.
He's like, I don't give a shit
Anytime
about
there's
this.
something
and
that's
it goes on.
Anything it's like, oh, yeah, we're gonna tell you a story. He's just like, nope, and then
he breaks it, and I'm like, all right, okay, this is different.
It's kind of cool, and it's fun so far. I'll have to play some more.
I'll be playing it probably the rest of the week, and it's good. It's fun.
I'll have to check out the multiplayer as well. See if it's any good.
I've heard the multiplayer's not great.
Yeah, but I've heard from different people.
Okay, the people I've heard it from aren't fans of the Call of Duty kind of
which is
multiplayer, which is basically what this is. But I like the Modern Warfare, so I probably would like it.
I might enjoy it.
Main thing I was just wanting to play the campaign, and so far I'm liking it. It's fun.
I'm not sure if I'll get into it much, just because right now my multiplayer game is Overwatch.
Yeah.
I've been playing it with our brother Robert.
Our brother Robert?
Our brother Robert. I almost call him Bob, because I call him Bob all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He does, mostly because I think he doesn't like it. I'm the only one who does that.
Yeah.
And, me and him, in fact, we played some this morning, and I'm getting better, but overall, I'm improving.
Well, that's good.
There are still some matches I've done not great. Mostly it depends on the map. There's one map I can't stand.
Yeah.
Terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one what it's called, but it's got like a I guess it's set in China or something, but it's got these like kind of traditional gazebo things, Chinese gazebo thing. Japanese, I don't know what those are called. But yeah,
yeah, so
I might be crossing my day. It might be Japanese.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said Chinese.
I said Chinese. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyway.
Disregard everything, Daniel.
Disregard everything.
It was Japanese.
It's Japanese. But anyway, I can't remember the map name. But anyway, I don't like it. It feels like it bottlenecks at the beginning, that's the last match we played today with that map. And every time I play that map, I'm terrible. Uh-huh. And I lose. I'm always on the losing team. It doesn't matter which side I played. I don't like that map.
Huh.
And but anyway, everything else I've been enjoying. It's been good. But
favorite character in it?
I've been playing Reaper a lot.
Yeah.
I'm still playing Reinhardt. It depends on which mode I'm in. If we need a tank, I'll jump in as Reinhardt.
Yeah.
If we need someone to attack, I've been doing Reaper. I've been trying to try other characters a little bit, but I haven't got a feel for them. I've gotten where I hit my stride with Reaper. I've gotten comfortable with his shooting distance and actually getting a lot of kills in a few matches. So it's been good. Not good, but I'm not good. It's I do okay. There are some matches I have had a highlight. At the end of matches, if it plays a video of the kill of the match, play of the game.
Yeah.
And it's usually when somebody used their super ability.
Yeah.
And
I only know about it because they make a lot of memes and jokes about it.
Yeah, and it shows whoever. I have gotten one.
Yeah.
And it was one where I killed like 7 people as Reaper.
Nice.
And it was solid. It was good.
Yeah. Did you save it?
I'm sure I have it. I don't know it. I assume it saves automatically.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
I don't know. I'd have to look.
Some games have those save replays
but
stuff.
It was cool. And
being Blizzard, surely they have it.
I don't know. I'd have to look. It's one of the things, if I don't have it, I'm not going to cry about, but it'd be cool. I mean, what am I going to have people over showing off, like my home videos?
Yeah.
Hey, this is the time I kicked ass at Overwatch. Yeah, I know.
Overwatch was out 5 years ago. I know. But
yeah, I know.
Still.
But this is stuff I've done.
Crowning victory here.
Yeah, this was a good. It's like I used to be a football star.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I was the star quarterback.
And I killed 7 people.
Back in my day, I was Reaper. I played as Reaper, and I kicked ass.
Uh-huh. Well, Blizzard needs to adopt the Steam model of letting other people play your game, so I can play it.
Well, you could just come in and
I could
play
do
on my
too,
computer.
But I don't want to go in your room.
Yeah, well, but I have a 4K TV.
Yeah,
you can play on my
that.
But
all right.
Before we get into it,
all right,
let me briefly talk about Solus Project.
Oh, okay.
I bought it last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was right at the end of the Steam sale, and
Yeah.
I had been looking at it and a couple other games. I was like, I don't know what I want to buy, and it was right when you bought Doom, I believe.
Yeah,
and I was just like, it was literally right at the end of the Steam sale, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy it, and it was on sale, so I grabbed it, and it's a beautiful game. I played it a bunch that night, or the next night. I played it a whole bunch.
Yeah, 'cause you had to download it.
Yeah, and then but I haven't touched it again. Monday I played it a whole lot, and then I haven't had time to get back to it. And then we started playing the next game we were going to talk about.
Yes.
So I'm going to get back into it. Maybe today or tomorrow I'm going to jump back into it and try to continue exploring, because I've gotten a little bit of a taste of it.
Yeah.
It's a really cool game. It's got a lot of cool atmosphere. I'm kind of curious to see how it develops.
Yeah.
So I hold off what I think on it until I play it some more. But it's beautiful.
Okay, so we have a first on the show.
Yeah.
So we got our first copy of a game to review.
We got a review copy.
We got a review copy, our first one.
Yeah, it was sent to us.
Yeah, that was sent to us, and I was really excited.
It is really exciting. It
exciting.
feels like we've arrived, Dudley.
Yes, it's our first one and our only one so far. It is Playdead's Inside.
Yeah.
So we got a copy about a day or two before it released. Which I didn't play it. Started playing it until like a little bit later, but
until Friday I played it.
We both played it.
Yeah.
I've played through the whole thing already once.
I played through it about twice, two and a half times.
Okay. Oh, you're doing it a third time.
Well, I went through a bunch and I jumped around a lot, but I basically gone through the whole thing twice and in a few parts more than twice.
I will be going through it again.
Yeah.
The game is great.
It is really good.
It's really good.
It is so good.
So it's from Playdead. The makers of
Limbo, which I liked a lot, but this is better.
Yeah, I like Limbo a lot. I like this. Yeah, I think this is better.
This is amazing.
It has a lot of similarities. I mean, it's a side scroller. It's a beautiful game.
It's a beautiful game. Yeah.
The aesthetic is fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, just that alone would have got me to buy it.
Yeah. The tone of the game.
Yeah.
Is good. It's very. The word I would use, then I've heard used, is macabre.
Macabre is an excellent word for it.
It's got this, sense of the unease, and
there's a lot of tension.
A lot of tension. The music is good.
The sound design is
everything
amazing.
Just comes together so well.
It was really good. And of course, I don't want it to sound like, we got sent a free game and we're just gloating about it and how great it is.
We would have bought this.
I would have bought this game for it's $20.
Yes.
I would have bought this game.
Yes.
If they hadn't sent it to us, I still would have bought it. And
if you
I
hadn't
still
bought
would
it,
talk
I
about
would
how
have bought
amazing
it.
it is because it is so good.
It's really good. It is worth every penny.
Weird, though. It is a weird game.
It's so twisted. There's some... I don't want to spoil anything.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Because it's better just to experience it. But the gist of it is you're a little boy. And then you're somehow get wrapped up into this bigger thing. And I try not to give away any details, but... it's a puzzle game.
It is a puzzle game.
It's a puzzle game. You're just trying to get through things.
And it has a lot to do with timing and a lot to do with, doing the right thing at the right time. And if you mess up, you get killed.
You get killed sometimes really horrible ways.
In horrible ways, yeah. But it's the art alone is amazing. It just looked great. It's my new background right now. All my screens are now. You should come take a look at them. They are all inside photos. I didn't want you to see some of them because they might be a little spoilish, but now that you finished the game, you can come look at them.
It's like introduced something new in the game, some kind of new mechanic or new element to this grand story, which I use story vaguely because there's no dialogue, no written anything. It's just all your experience. It kind of throws
you in this situation, and you just learn a little bit at a time. As you go.
Which that's the way Limbo was too.
Yeah, and I like it.
It's good.
Yeah.
Every time he would do that, I would just have this moment of
what is this world?
This is weird.
Yeah, because you start off thinking, this is like a normal world. No, and then as you go, it's like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this place is. I don't know if it's some kind of dystopian future. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
but it's fascinating.
Just an isolated incident somewhere. And I think that's one thing. One of the reasons I like that there's no written explain story or anything. You kind of make it up whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be a dystopia future, or if you want it to be really anything,
it's ambiguous.
It's ambiguous enough. You can it becomes your own.
Yeah, I think the creators know what they're doing. Oh yeah. I think they understand everything about it. I think they've left it for us to kind of figure it out and to kind of maybe interpret it a little bit. But I think and especially once you kind of get the endings.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
You said endings?
I might have.
Okay, well that's something I didn't know.
But it's so good. I don't want to. I want to talk about it so badly.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spoil anything. I don't. And Penny Arcade had a funny little comic, basically kind of talking about that. It's like, have you done the thing?
Yeah.
And how do you talk about it you don't want to ruin it for them because it is about the experience.
It's all about the experience. If I were anyone else, if you have not seen anything on this game, just go buy it and just play it. Don't watch the video. Don't do anything. And in fact, I had watched a little bit of a playthrough. The beginning of it, which was very small and didn't give away anything, but because I had watched that, I knew how to get through some of the basic stuff at the beginning really quickly.
Because I watched literally like 15 seconds of stuff, and like, I don't know what this is, but I'm ready to play it.
Yeah, but even that gave me a little bit of detail. If I didn't know about it, it would have enhanced it even more. Yeah. So my recommendation is just buy the game. It's cheap. Buy it.
Yeah, $20.
$20.
It's well worth
Steam.
it. It's well worth it.
I don't even know what else is available. It's on Steam and Xbox.
Really? I don't know.
I think it's Xbox, Steam, and I think it's on PS4. I'm not sure, Daniel. You're gonna look it up and find out.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful. It's a really good game.
It is on Xbox One and PC.
Okay, all right, not on PS4.
They're not on PS4.
So and I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with it on PS4 later. Yeah, because they did that with Limbo.
Yeah, but it like I said, it's not a super long game. It may take an hour or two to get through it, but you will play through it again.
Yeah,
and like just the experience alone is worth it. Like just the visual aesthetic, everything about it is worth the money.
One thing, and this has nothing to really do with the story or the anything, is the design elements.
Mm-hmm.
Is the characters, your main character and any of the other characters don't have faces.
Yeah, it's very minimal.
Very minimal, but I took it a little deeper than that, and this is my own interpretation. I had this I can almost project my own emotion for all the main character and all the side characters without giving anything away. It's just
you projected your own thing.
I projected my own thing on it, and I had my own little story of what these people were thinking, whether that's right or not.
Well, I think it's inviting you to do that, but also the animation's fantastic.
It is.
Like the body language of the
really
kid.
Good.
Just little motions and stuff like completely sell me what he's feeling or what he's thinking, like what his attention is on or whatever. There's a ton of stuff in there that's just like based on just the way the animation, the movement of his body. It's not facial expression, but it's like the body motions and where he adjusts his head and stuff. Fantastic. It's so good. Like I said, it's a huge step up from their last game, and Limbo was a great game.
Limbo is a very good game.
This is an amazing game. I am super excited to see what they do next.
Yes, and hopefully they'll send us a copy of that too.
If they don't, I will probably buy it.
I'll buy it anyway.
Yeah, it's such a good game. I recommend it. I've recommended it to several people. I've met Robert. I mentioned to him that he needed to get it. I told because Robert would eat it up. He'd love it.
Yeah.
I told Graham he needed to play it.
Yeah. Our buddy Graham.
Yeah.
It's
so good.
It's good.
It is really good.
Don't read anything. Just go play it.
It would easily make the top 5 best games of this year so far for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, right now I can't even think of anything that's better.
Yeah, I mean I've played some good games, but like Overwatch and a lot of this stuff has been really good. I just the experience alone and the way they kind of draw you into this thing. It makes it so good.
You showed it to our parents.
Yeah, because we were talking about it. We were having lunch with our parents, and we were talking about it. And they were just like, "What is this?" And I was like, because we were talking about how weird it was and how macabre it was, and how. Because I was talking about how like even when something gruesome happened to my character, I would sometimes find myself laughing.
Yeah.
Because it like you're so tense, and then the result of you messing up is a little surprising. Like sometimes what happens is not quite what you think or something. And so I actually out loud laughed a little bit from just like the tension release kind of thing. And and she had heard me, laughing, and so I was talking about it, and so I brought them in. I brought both our parents in. I let them wear the headphone to get immersed while I sat there and played it a little bit and showed them the beginning of it and a few little choice moments in it that I enjoyed.
Yeah,
and they thought it was interesting.
Which that really fascinates me, that because the game stands on its own with someone just spectating it and watching it without actually playing it. So
it's super simple.
It's real simple.
I mean,
real
there's
basic.
like 4 controls.
Yeah, and
move, jump, and grab.
Yeah, that's basically it. But it says something that if someone can just sit there and watch you play without playing it and still get all the emotions and feelings that they're getting from the player getting it, that's a good game.
It's a good game to spectate, I think.
Yeah.
I could bring it in. I could bring people in and just have them watch me play it, and I think they would enjoy it just as much as me playing it. Because it almost plays like a weird silent film. in a lot of ways. Or
it does.
Not silent. It's got sound, but, no dialogue or anything.
Music and, sound effects, which is,
but
pretty
silent. It's great. If you're listening to this, just go buy it. Just go buy it and play it. And love it the way we love it.
Yes. It's very good.
I kind of want to play through it again, even though I kind of more or less completed it. But
I'm going to play through it again.
It's definitely a game I know I can enjoy just going through it and just enjoying the aesthetic.
Yeah. And they played with depth really well.
Yeah.
More so, because Limbo is silhouetted, and they have some depth stuff in there, and lighting, more lighting effect stuff in that one. Whereas this one, they're really playing with, you got foreground, middle ground, and background, and you just some stuff is massive areas. You see all these details, and some stuff is real claustrophobic and tight. And you got stuff right in front
and the camera adjusts a little bit for certain areas.
And the camera kind of slides on a rail. Almost,
it looks kind of as you move in some areas, it'll pan a little bit so you can see ahead of you more or behind you more.
Yeah. And it all plays to what's happening.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be.
And the whole thing, a lot of it's really gray. And it's like kind of a muted. There are splashes of color, but they're not strong. They're a little desaturated. Yeah. And I think the saturation changes up a little bit depending on the show.
It does.
Because sometimes you're wearing a red shirt. Sometimes it seems more gray than sometimes it depends on what you're doing.
Everything kind of shifts and changes as the tone changes, and it just so much to immerse you back into the story, and it's just great.
It is very good.
Very, very good.
So,
Playdead, thank you very much for sending us
a copy. We really appreciate it.
We really appreciate it. We would have given you our money.
We would have played this anyway, but it was super cool of them to send us a copy. We really appreciate it, and like I said, we loved the game.
Yes.
And I just want to just keep doing what you're doing, and whatever you come up. If the next one you make is just a half a step up as from this one was from Limbo, it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah. It's great stuff.
Just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever that is. It's great. I want to talk about it more, but I don't know how to do it without spoiling anything. Any little thing I don't want to talk about.
You just can't.
So play it, and once you play the game, I'll talk to you about it.
So good game.
Great game.
Shall we move on?
Sure.
To news.
Yeah, let's talk about some news. I have been playing Hearthstone a little bit on my phone.
I got it, but I haven't been playing.
Yeah,
it.
I didn't realize it was on.
We found out because we were on vacation and Graham
was playing it
with us for a couple of days, and he was playing on his phone.
And I was like, "What?"
We didn't know it was on iPhone.
I guess I should have known.
iOS or Android.
I should have. It makes sense. It's east an app game.
Yeah,
and so I've been playing.
I played it a little bit when I first got it, but I haven't played it.
I've been playing it off and on. A lot of times while I'm on the toilet, I'll get a match in.
Yeah,
and
It hasn't quite grabbed me.
Really?
No, not yet.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot.
I don't think I've played it enough, though, and I just, haven't.
You got to get through a lot of the tutorials.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet. Yeah. So, and that's probably why I haven't.
I enjoy it. I like it a lot.
I'm sure it's a good game, and I can see the entertainment. It just hadn't quite gripped my attention.
Yeah, I need to, at some point, I'll play it enough to start kind of tweaking my decks and my card library.
I haven't got that
I've been
point.
doing it a little. I did it a little bit, and I'm kind of playing with that. I know there's some other cards I want to use to try out. I know I have some cards in my deck that are pretty much useless to me and aren't really beneficial, but I need to tweak it a little bit. But I've been enjoying it. I've been winning a lot, actually, playing against the random people. But I'm also low level, so it's probably matching me with other people low level, and so I'm able to beat them.
Yeah.
But it's been good. I've been enjoying it. I haven't played it a whole lot, but it's kind of my little Pokemon Go's been kind of taking up my downtime phase, but I've been kind of using it. It was like, I got 15 minutes. I pull up and play a match, and
I've been playing Picross still.
Yeah,
you've already finished all that stuff, but I'm still working my way through it.
Yeah, I haven't touched it in a while.
I get a new world, and I play through it for 2 days. I try to stretch it and make it last a little longer, and then I have to build it up again.
Yeah.
But it's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's talk about some news. What do you got for me?
I see. We have minor things, a couple of things. just looking at the news this week. Did you see the Destiny side-scroller game?
No.
A fan of the Destiny made a side-scroller.
Oh, okay. So it's not like Bungie.
It's not made by Bungie. It's a fan made, real short apparently. It's just kind of like one map, and you start an area and you play through. You can watch like basically the whole thing in a YouTube video.
Yeah. Well, kind of like I know there was a Portal. Little 2D Portal side scroller after Portal came out. I played through it. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. It's pretty nice. It's kind of, it's like Contra, but Destiny. You're shooting stuff, and it's all the same stuff as Destiny. It's just side scroller, and all the little flying things.
Okay.
And there's like a big boss fight at the end.
Okay.
Apparently pretty hard.
Yeah.
It looked good. I thought it was interesting. I figured I'd tell you about it. I know you played Destiny.
I haven't in a while. I know I was playing with our buddy Trey for quite a bit there for a little while, but how it is. It's scheduling. I like that game most when I'm playing with someone. I never play it by myself. And so if he was playing, I would play. But then it just got to where our schedule weren't syncing up, so I wasn't playing as much. I like it.
They're all multiplayer. It's just you got to play with other people you like playing with. So
and he was like the only person I know who was playing it also on PS3.
Yeah,
I bought a used copy of it to play on your PS3 with him, and so I don't. Most everyone else I know who's either playing it on the PS4 or something. So I don't really have a long list of people to play it with.
Yeah.
But I like it. But that's kind of interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, check it out. It's kind of neat looking. If you're a fan of Destiny, you'll probably get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Also, I saw this week a guy who played through Fallout 4 without getting hit once.
I find that hard to believe.
Apparently, he did it. He didn't take damage the entire game. Apparently, this is the same guy who I meant to get his username, but he's the same guy who went through the whole game without dying.
Okay.
So he basically, this is a step up from that point. So he had one health bar for the whole game, and he never
just run away from everything. How do you not get shot at some point?
He apparently did it without power armor. He did it without.
I guess
really
he was just
difficult.
focused on speed and
it's all stealth.
And speed.
Knowing he basically kind of just knew every layout, knew how to get through everything, and I'm sure.
Well, especially if he played it enough,
he
could. If you run the stealth route and just avoiding stuff. Yeah. But how do you do like any kind of boss thing without?
You just don't take damage. That's just, the whole thing is just not taking damage.
Basically, I know there's a few fights. I don't know how you get around without fighting, and therefore
he just studied it and knew how to do it.
Yeah.
But this guy apparently played through it a lot. But he basically what he would do is if he took damage, he started over completely.
Yeah.
It took him 8 or 9 attempts.
Yeah, I imagine.
And a lot of hours, I'm sure.
I'm surprised it's not more than that.
Yeah, I think it's 8, 9, or 10.
He had to have one session where he starts off in the vault and he gets hurt by the cockroach or the radroach, and then he's like, "I'm done. Start over."
I mean, it takes a very detailed knowledge of how all the creatures work and how they attack and where
the map layouts,
layout.
Where not to go, areas to avoid because they're full of raiders and super
stuff
mutants,
like that.
Stuff like that. I can appreciate it. It's cool. I don't.
It's interesting.
I don't have time for that kind of stuff.
It's fascinating that people who do that kind of thing, but it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I barely have enough time to play the games I want to play. So
yeah. Which I need to get back to Fallout 4. I haven't finished Far Harbor, and I haven't even
started it.
Yeah, I haven't checked out Contraptions yet.
Yeah. I will get back into it once the Vault stuff comes in. I will definitely
next
be
month.
playing it for that. But yeah, so that's...
Or is that this month?
I don't know.
I think it's later this month. I'll have to look it up.
Well, while you're doing that, I will talk about something else.
Okay.
The System Shock remake, we've talked about it a couple times. Not System Shock 2, Daniel. It's just,
I know.
It's the first one. The remake of the first one has reached its goal. They are just past $900,000. By the time this goes up, there'll be 16 days left. So if you're interested in getting a copy of the game, it is going to be funded, so you'll be able to get a copy if you do the if you back the Kickstarter. So apparently there's a demo for it already.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's exclusive to backers or anything like that, but there is a demo. Apparently, it's pretty good. So if you're interested in that, you can go check that out. As always.
Oh yeah, it comes out this month. False Tech is this month. It's probably somewhere around the 20-something. They don't have a date yet.
Cause they usually announce it the week before.
The week of they announce it.
So they could announce it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we'll get it the next week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's usually the 20-something, 21st.
Yeah.
The last one came out the 21st. The one before that was the 19th, the 12th, and the 22nd. So
probably in a week.
Mid to late month. It should come out.
Yeah.
I did see a thing that apparently Nuka World, which comes out next month in August, which will be the last DLC for Fallout 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, apparently I was kind of hoping for a little more, but all right.
Apparently, that according to them, of course, I mean, that makes, what? Six of them, which is a lot. I mean,
that's more than, I think that's twice as many as the last one.
I mean, usually most of the other ones, same with the Elder Scrolls game, usually they're, before they did expansions, like usually they had like 2 big expansions for. Now they tend to do like the DLCs. Now it's the new thing.
Yeah.
And so I know in the previous ones they usually have like a couple, 2 or 3 like big expansions.
Yeah.
Well, this one you had a bunch of more like mechanical expansions, DLCs, and then 2 big story ones.
Yeah, I kind of wanted one more story. Just kind of round it off at 3, and then have all the other little stuff. But I mean, the thing I'm most excited about is the Vault-Tec.
Yeah.
I'm
excited about that. But Far Harbor is really good. You need to check it out.
I need to play it. I just haven't.
I mean, it adds a whole new area. Of course, and following the Bethesda route, that's always the thing. Is like they add usually one of their DLCs or one of their expansions adds a big area, and you can go check out something new, explore something new within the world they've created. Yeah. Which I'm curious what they will do next. I mean, they got tons of stuff.
They have all kinds of IPs to work with now. And apparently, I think they're working on a new one. I think I remember reading a rumor about that they are working on something completely different.
Yeah.
A new IP, which would be interesting.
That'd be cool. I'm always interested to see what they put out.
Yeah.
I mean, they put out a lot of stuff. Of course, their Dishonored 2 is on the horizons.
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in it.
Yeah.
I just want more Elder Scroll, and apparently that's a ways off.
Yeah, it's still a ways off. I'm sure, at least probably 5 years.
Yeah,
I would guess.
I want more Elder Scroll. They spent a lot of time working on online, and I never did get into. I tried it out. It didn't feel as good as. It didn't feel the same. I mean, it was basically it's an Elder Scroll MMO, and. I mean, of course, being an MMO, it had a lot of certain traits that MMOs have, and it just wasn't. It didn't fit. They didn't mesh for me.
Yeah.
To me, it felt like a less good Skyrim with a bunch of other people playing at the same time.
Yeah.
And but even then, I didn't play it enough to do any kind of interactions or anything like that. So it wasn't for me.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more thing.
Oh, one more thing.
I have a BGR this week. A Buddy Graham report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we had forgotten about that.
Nope, it's not going away.
Okay.
The BGR is here to stay.
BGR. I wish we could just a better name would be nice.
The BGR. The Buddy Graham report.
Okay. What's Graham got for us?
Okay, so Graham was texting me, and he was telling me how they got his mother-in-law, his wife's mother, to play PT.
Yeah.
The playable demo for the Silent Hills.
Playable teaser.
Player teaser, whatever. Which will never come out.
Yeah.
Can't even get
Silent
the
Hills.
PT anymore because,
if
they took it down. If you don't have it already, you can't get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's really scary. I played through it. Did you ever play through it?
I did play through it. I came over and played it on your
I couldn't
your
remember
PS4.
if you actually went all the way through it.
Yeah, I went through it. I got through it. It took a bit, but,
So it freaked you out, right?
Yeah, I don't do well with horror games.
It freaked me out.
Yeah, you had like Five Nights at Freddy, and I couldn't get. I gave the first night, and I'm like, I'm done. It's just too much. I don't want to do it.
I did 2 nights of it, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
but
I don't handle horror games.
We got through it. It scared us, but we got through it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Graham had his mother-in-law play.
Yeah. Did it freak her out?
Nope.
Not at all?
Didn't scare her at all.
What? What?
Which is crazy. And he said he would sit there with her, and she was playing it, and he's like, there's one part in PT where if you turn around at one point, this thing will come out, kill you.
Yeah, it's like dead woman will
and freaky thing, and
choke
jump
you
out, jump scare, and well, he told her, he go, okay, don't turn around at this point. And she's like, oh, like this? And just turns around. The woman comes out, kills her, and she's like, oh, okay, oh, is that why? Where'd she come from? It didn't phase her at all.
Oh, wow.
And apparently, she even has a phobia of cockroaches.
And there are bugs in.
And there's tons of cockroaches in there.
There's like all kinds of bugs.
Get nothing for her.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
And that's hilarious to me.
That is really weird.
And he said,
she's got this weird skill. She can just play horror games unfazed.
It was freaking him. He would, all the jump scares would scare him. It would
and he
scare
was just watching
his wife, but it wouldn't do anything to her.
Really?
They also had her play the new Resident Evil demo for the new game, which has a lot of creepy, weird stuff. I haven't played it, so I don't know from experience.
I haven't checked it out either. I've never got into the Resident Evil games, pretty much because of the controls.
Yeah.
I've never liked the controls in Resident Evil, and it's always annoyed me. So I don't know if they've improved it with the new ones.
I have no idea.
But it just has kept me from playing those games. Of course, it's also a horror game, and as I've stated, I could probably play through those games, but the controls have kept me out of it.
But apparently it has a lot of scary jump scares. I don't know jump scares, but scary stuff in it too. Yeah. Didn't phase her at all.
Didn't phase her. So she's a robot. She's a machine.
She's immune to video game horrors, apparently.
Yeah. I wonder if like scary movies, do they scare her?
I don't know.
Because movies don't bother me at all.
No, they don't bother me.
I can watch it, and there are some tense moments that can be tense, but they don't scare me.
Yeah, I can be like, oh, okay, that was good.
Yeah, that was
but it doesn't
man.
scared.
Hey, they don't scare me, but I get jumpy in Minecraft.
Yeah, I know, and that's silly.
I know.
I don't get jumpy in Minecraft. I do get jumpy in Five Nights at Freddy's. I do, which I had the same experience that I was showing someone else, and it didn't do anything for them. It scared me. It made me jump, but nope.
I don't know.
I guess we just get too into games.
I mean, there's something about the interactive element. Even limited interaction. There's just like some reason if I'm controlling it, it becomes me, and I get jumpy and I'll scream and I don't enjoy it. And that's the thing. I never finish them because I'll play for a little bit. As soon as it gets to the point where I'm scared too much, scary, I just stop playing.
Yeah,
it's not like a movie.
Even I can stop this.
Even if the movie was playing, I'm in a theater, it's just going to keep playing.
Yeah.
The game, I can just be like, escape, exit. I'm done. I can stop now. Or I can save and I'm done. I can just walk away.
This is a good point to stop, and that'll be it.
Yeah, and I may never come back.
Yeah, exactly. I have the same problem with a lot of games. Alien Isolation I played.
Yeah.
Scared me a lot.
Yeah, you probably got a lot further than I would have.
I got to the point in the game where the alien shows up, and I stopped playing.
That's it? You went further than that, didn't you?
No.
You didn't get past, like, the real...
You would hear it, and you would catch the tail.
But once he started showing up and running around...
But there was one point where he drops out of the vent, and I was like, done. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to stop for now. And I haven't gone back to it. But it's a good game.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Let's Plays of it because that's the only way I could experience.
Yeah.
Same with Five Nights at Freddy. I've seen a lot of those games just from Let's Play.
Yeah.
That's like the main time I use Let's Play is to watch horror games because I can appreciate them and I think they're cool and a lot of them are really well made.
Yeah.
I just can't play them.
Yeah. But yeah. So that was the Buddy Graham report this week.
Yeah.
Thank you, Graham, for telling us that. I got a big kick out of
Yeah,
that.
that's pretty funny, though. Yeah, because I mean, it's weird that some people are just completely not fazed by it.
Yeah, some things
they have
nerves
nerves of steel.
Doesn't work for people.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I had this week. Did you have anything else you wanted to talk about?
No, I kind of covered everything. I think I'm going to go back to try to get back to the Solus Project. I wish I had more inside, to be honest. That game was so satisfying.
If it was twice as long as it is, I would still play. I would play through it all again, and I would do it again. But even if I could play it, I could see myself playing at least 2 more times.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't feel like it's too short.
No, I don't think so
it's
either.
just the right length. I don't I just crave more. It was such an enjoyable experience.
Yeah. If
that
they
I
just came out with
more.
another game just like that with a different, same puzzle, not just like new puzzles and same kind of environment, I would definitely play it.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty self-contained thing.
Well, I'm not talking about like a sequel. I'm talking about a new game, like a new little story, doing the exact same thing, and you just play through it.
Just based on the way they developed from Limbo to this, I don't think that's in their nature.
They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think they should do that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if they did, I would play it.
Yeah.
And get a lot of enjoyment. I don't think they should do that. I think they should, continue with their progression and just keep making good games.
Yeah, and they've done it. Yeah. They've done an amazing game. Like I said, I guarantee by the end of this year it'll be in my top 5 list. There's a lot of games coming out
the year, so
yeah, and it rocketed right up there. It's I don't know where it sits on it, but it is. Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
I almost feel bad that this is our first review copy we got, because it almost sounds like we're just saying it's good because it's our first one.
No,
but no, it's not true.
It's really not true at all.
It's a really good game.
It is such an amazing game. I'm kind of glad that it's really good.
Yeah,
but
maybe we should just go pay them.
But then again, I should just buy a copy, right?
A copy.
It is really good. Yeah. Like I said, I would have paid $20 for it easily, no questions. I would have done it before. I was probably going to get it anyway. I
would have paid more for it actually, but if it was like $30, I probably still would have bought it.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're into any kind of platformer or any kind of side scroll game and you like something that has some tension to it and has a lot of depth, has a lot of like emotional depth to it, as well as learning about this world you're in, you should play it. Yeah. It is wonderful,
and it's just not like really anything else either.
It really isn't.
I can't think of anything that close to it. I mean, other than Limbo, but I mean, made by the same people. So
it kind of as far as like the emotional feel of it kind of reminds me of like when I played the first time I played through Half-Life 2, and you're kind of exploring the world and you're learning a little bit about this world and how it functions and how screwed up it might be, and you're just getting little bits at a time. It kind of reminds me of that. They have this world that has a lot going on, but they're not spelling it out to you. They're just giving you little pieces of it at a time, and it just gets weirder and weirder. And it's just really satisfying, and it's really enjoyable. I just kept finding myself going, I want to see more. I want to know more.
It's details that come in that they answer very small questions, and then they make you ask even bigger questions. Yeah. So like, okay, what is this?
Yeah, and like anytime you get kind of used to what you're doing, they throw something else. They give you something else to mess with, or they change it up a little bit.
That's good.
It is satisfying. It is a very satisfying game. Yeah. I highly recommend it to everyone.
Yes.
And
we look forward to see what they do next.
Yeah, I definitely want to see what they do next. Okay.
Well, I guess we should wrap this up.
I guess so. I just, like I said, I really want to talk more about it in detail, but we can't until you play it. So everyone who listens to this podcast needs to go play it,
and then come talk to us about it.
And then we'll talk to you about it.
Yes, which you can do on Twitter.
Yes, you can. You can go to our website.
I wouldn't do it on Twitter. Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it for anyone.
Send us a message. Send us an email. Email us, and we'll talk to you about it.
As always, you can go to our website. We'll find everything about us. It's deafandumb.com. DEAFNDUMB.com. And at the top of the page, you'll see where you can, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on iTunes or Google Play, whatever works.
Google Play is not on the website.
It's not on the website, but you can find us there.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to get to.
Yeah, so if you use Google Play, you just search for us, and you will find us.
No one does.
I'm sure some people do. I mean, it exists.
They haven't listened to us.
And as always, new episodes every Monday, and we'll just keep on doing it. This was episode 21. And which so we've been doing this for 21 weeks.
We're almost halfway.
And we're going to keep going, keep on trucking. All right. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Dan May,
and I'm Dudley May, and this has been Deaf and Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb.